I wanted to start off this edition of the Super Awesome Garden video with some views of the Portsmouth neighborhood. I'm using a UV protector filter on my camcorder, which is supposed to work a little bit better in natural light. Here's my Ozark Beauty strawberry plant. As you can see, some of the leaves and flowers have been savagely ripped off and thrown into the dog watered bowl. The unfortunate victim in all this is a young blossoming red strawberry who found his way in the grass. So who can we blame for all of this? I can think of none other than little Dempsey man. Other than that, all is well in Topsy-Turvy Town. The all-star strawberry plant's doing really well. We have the husky cherry tomato plant, who's a little short. The new addition is a giant Marconi pepper plant, which hasn't turned around. These are its two brothers it came with. I put them in a pot. Then we've got the red sweet pepper, doing okay, modest. And then the Quinault strawberry. These are probably my best variety so far. Over here, the sequoia. It was also a victim to Dempsey's wrath. And we've got my two larger tomato plants. We've got the Beefmaster, doing quite well since last week, and the heirloom, and this is doing okay as well. I created Jenny herb planters, and she didn't really want them in the house, so I got a stand. We put them outside. Kind of confused to how I'm supposed to thin them, because when you see them in the store, there's bunches all over. My little citrus plant's doing okay. It's 4 blossoms have turned to 5, and the blossoms are getting ready to open up. In the other planters, I have a cherry tomato, doing quite well, and then sweet banana peppers. Here are small tomato plants in containers that, if they grow large enough, I'll transfer them over to the 5 topsy-turvies. We have hot peppers also growing in containers. They're quite modest as well. A visit from my small furry cat friend, whom I sprained an ankle on, jumping over the fence. We have another Quinault strawberry that I have in the planter. In the garden, we have our parsley, our basil, Brussels sprouts, well, doing okay on the right side of the screen, and there they are again. The radishes are coming along. I thinned them shortly after doing this video. With the carrots, still haven't gotten anything from there. There's some sprouts, but I don't know if those are carrots or weeds. Got our straight 8 cucumbers and our garden sweet, a little bit behind the other ones. Jenny named these the nut squash, which I think is kind of ironic. Choice of words. Then we have the summer squash. Here is a rhubarb plant Jenny insisted that we buy. And it's doing quite well, although it's not really ideal for our climate here. The leaf gutters have taken off. We've got our red lettuces blooming pretty well, and again, shortly after this, I've thinned them. Here's the drainage on the gutters. I had a couple people ask, how do I do it? I just drilled holes underneath the primary spots for the plants. The kale, again, doing quite well. And the green lettuce. I read somewhere in this past week that lettuce isn't ideal for the summer, so I'm hoping this takes off. I'm having a similar problem with the spinach as I had with the carrots, where there's some sprouts, but I can't tell what's what. I think the spinach are the ones with the long leaves. There's my little garden gnome, protector of the realm here. And there's the hole in his head, which I covered with some silicone gel. It's kind of a little fontanelle. We have our red onions, doing quite well. Yellow onions, some straggly grass at the end of that row. We've got our pea plants here, and they're doing their best to attach to the little trellis that I put up. The trellis itself seems kind of flimsy, but the pea plants have these little feelers that I hope will anchor it down. Our beans haven't really changed much. And then we have our zucchini over on the side. This is a picture of our broccoli, and there's little holes in the leaves. I hope there isn't some little beetles foraging on them. We have our pepper plants and our neighbor's dog. He doesn't take too kindly to me. When it rains and the ground gets soft, sometimes little pieces of glass work their way up from the soil. Kind of disturbing. So the rain gutter system is completed, and I put a spout over on the right barrel. And we had a rain a couple days ago. And the right barrel filled up a little bit faster. Now this spout I bought for about $5, and as you can see, it takes a little bit more effort to turn it on, and the flow is a little bit lighter than what I would like. And this is the view of the flow from the side. Now this other hose bib was about $9, a little bit more, but as you can see how much easier it is to operate. And the flow is significantly better.